second question is about the impact of the coronavirus, this pandemic. Extraordinary measures, extraordinary powers have been given to leaders all around the world to deal with this virus. How do we get that power back? How will the people get that power back, given that fear is driving this now? Fear, and real fear, right, for our lives.
Well, whenever we cede power, we need to cede it with appropriate checks and balances. And so we should never just give dictatorial powers. We have to have oversight. That's one of the big lessons of the Enlightenment 200 years ago. Famous quote, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And unfortunately, in many countries, there are leaders who do not understand the principles of democracy. The United States has a leader now who does not understand the roles of checks and balances, separation of powers, independent bureaucracies, of judges, the role of an independent media. So he simply doesn't understand what it takes to make a democracy work. And it's going to take a lot of work of citizens throughout the country to say, you are undermining democracy. And, it's been you might call it a civic lesson, but one that we are learning at great cost and in a way dividing our society. But the U.S. is lucky in having strong institutions that are fighting back. A lot of people who are very committed to fighting back. And even with all his powers, he doesn't have the power to go after them in the way that he might like to. Other countries, there are not so lucky. And so it will be a struggle. I think the media is going to have to play an extraordinarily important role in that struggle, because some of these erosions of democracy, as you say, happen gradually and almost naturally. When you have a pandemic, you want a czar. You want somebody to take charge. In a way, the irony in the United States is where in those areas where we needed somebody to take charge, like making sure everybody had a mask, making sure that there were tests, our demagogue president didn't do anything. So where there would have been an advantage for strong but limited action, it wasn't taken. The dangers are, and the virtue, the dangers of not having a free press, and the virtues of having a free press are illustrated what happened just in the last few days. The president reflected that disinfectants kill viruses, and suggested, well, maybe there's some way of getting that disinfectant inside of you to kill the virus inside of you. Of course, the doctors were horrified. This is the kind of thing you would get, kind of misinformation you would get on a social media, a quack doctor. People will, if they listen to that, will die.
Right.
And fortunately, we still have a free press that says, you got to be crazy. And we tell the president, we can tell the president, you're off your rocker. And you have to be alert. So this is not only the president not doing the leadership but actually being extraordinarily dangerous.